It was a chilly Friday evening when Emma walked into her older sister Sophie's suburban home with her 7-year-old son, Liam, clutched to her side. They had agreed on a peaceful dinner to mend fences that had been strained ever since Emma's husband left them 2 years ago. Emma worked part-time at a bookstore and did freelance graphic design, earning just enough to keep a small apartment and raise Liam, but not enough to silence the persistent self-doubt that followed her everywhere. Sophie greeted them with a polite, reserved smile. Their parents were already seated at the long wooden dining table, the aroma of roasted chicken filling the air. Emma sat down, hopeful that tonight would be different. The family chatted about mundane things at first: school, the recent town fair, and Sophie's promotion at her marketing firm. Emma tried to contribute lightly, mentioning a new mural project she had helped design at the local library. Her parents nodded politely, but Sophie tapped her nails against the table, her eyes fixed elsewhere. Slowly, Emma felt her hope begin to slip away. Halfway through dinner, Sophie reached into a sleek business folder and slid a crisp white envelope across the table directly toward Emma. "Here," Sophie said, her calm tone not matching her words. "It's an application for a job at my office. I thought, since you can't provide for your son very well, you could apply." Food froze in everyone's hands. Emma's fork hovered inches above her plate as Liam looked from the envelope up to his mother's face. The room fell completely silent. Emma felt her cheeks flush with heat and wished she could disappear. Her father cleared his throat uncomfortably, and her mother tried to force a reassuring smile, but Sophie continued to stare at her. "You could start next week," Sophie added. "We have openings in admin. It's stable." It wasn't the offer that hurt, it was the tone. It wasn't help, it was an accusation wrapped in thin politeness. Emma quietly thanked Sophie, though she could feel every pair of eyes at the table drifting toward her with pity, judgment, or worse, agreement. Dinner ended awkwardly. Emma gathered her things while Liam avoided eye contact, sensing that something was wrong. On the drive home, the silence in the car felt heavy. Eventually, Liam reached over and took her hand. "Mom," he said softly, "I like your job drawings. I like them a lot." Emma blinked back tears as a thought echoed in her mind. No, she was doing enough for him. The next morning, Emma woke up feeling emboldened, not by courage but by anger, not at Sophie, but at her own uncertainty. She opened her laptop, blocked the job application email, and began updating her online portfolio instead. She drafted proposals for new design clients, wrote thank you notes to former customers, and scheduled meetings with local businesses that needed art for their storefronts. Liam watched her from the couch, crayons in hand. "You're good at this, Mom," he said. Emma smiled, truly smiled, for the first time in weeks. Within a few weeks, Emma landed 3 new clients: a bakery that needed packaging art, a children's book author looking for illustrations, and a nonprofit commissioning a mural celebrating community heroes. Her phone buzzed constantly with emails. For the first time, she felt proud of the work she was doing instead of ashamed. A month later, Sophie invited Emma and Liam to dinner again. Emma hesitated, the memory of that night still stinging, but Liam begged her to go, saying maybe Sophie really wanted to be friends. At the table, Sophie quickly launched into another comment about job stability and benefits. Emma paused, then smiled confidently. "Thanks, Sophie," she said calmly, "but I'm working on my own business now. I just signed new clients. And Liam's artwork is being featured at the town library next month." Silence filled the room. Sophie blinked, their parents looked stunned, and Liam beamed with pride. Emma wasn't asking for respect anymore, she had earned it. After that dinner, the family dynamic subtly changed. Sophie stopped offering unsolicited help, and began to actually listen. There were still awkward moments, because old wounds take time to heal, but Emma stood stronger now, grounded in her own accomplishments. And whenever self-doubt tried to return, Liam's voice was always there to remind her, "Mom, I'm proud of you."